afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here as we get set for our third race of the season of the NNSCRA Pizza Hut X Series. Coming off an exciting race weekend last week at Rio de Janeiro, we are getting set to go racing here in Viva Las Vegas, the home of the Neon Garage, where these drivers are hoping they will be able to hit the jackpot with a trip to victory lane. So far, we've had two races, two different race winners. Kyle Lynch winning at Daytona, J Lopes finding victory lane last week at Rio. So we're having 41 laps of racing here today. P Minnick lines up on the pole position for today's race there, the number one out of Junior Motorsports. Minnick comes into this race 29th in the point standings. He picked up 9 spots in the standings last week at Rio, looking to build off that today. Alongside of him, Quentin Moore in the number 89. Moore actually lost spots in the standings last week, dropped to 21st in the points coming into today's race. A lot of drivers running some slightly different paint schemes from what we've seen this past couple of weeks. You got the number 3 sponsored by Wesco this week. M McIntire rolling off in the 3rd position alongside of his teammate William Brock in the number 62, who had that hard lick into the inside wall at Rio last week. Nice to see him back here, and obviously looking for a much better finish than what he had in last week's race. And then got RCR actually 3rd, 4th, and 5th with A Baranauskas rolling off from the 5th position. Let's go down and get command to fire him up here today at Las Vegas.
Drivers, start your engines!
There is your command, and as we get ready for them to roll off for their pace lap before turning them loose, your point standings come in today's race. The bonus points, the stage points, definitely come into play in this one because Jesse Turner is the points leader by 10 points over last week's winner, J Lopes. Turner getting a lot of bonus points last week, as did Lopes. Both of them, I believe, actually finishing in the top 5 in all 3 of the stages. Tony Green is now 3rd in points. He's 34 points back. Daniel Voyles is 4th in the standings. He's 39 back. And Kyle Thomas currently is 5th in points. He's 41 points out of the top spot. The rest of your top 10 coming into this race, as far as the standings are concerned, are Carson Gum, Cole Deaver, Noah Ponsard, Kyle Lynch, and PJ Williams. So P Minnick will get ready to get us underway here. For 41 laps of racing, the stages will work as so. Completion of lap 10 is the end of stage 1. Completion of lap 20 is the end of stage 2. And then, of course, the checkered flag is the completion of stage 3. So it's going to be 10, 10, and 21 for the stage races here today. And that extra lap could be the most important lap in this race. Here we go, then. P Minnick and Quentin Moore get ready to get us underway. Race number 3 at Las Vegas of the Pizza Hut X Series is green. Inside line will definitely be the preferred line here today, but you see that outside line actually starting to kick in. They're off of turn 2. Quentin Moore trying to get the top position going into 3. He might clear. What a power move by Quentin Moore, getting the run off of turn number 2, and he will go to the lead, and he will lead the first lap of this race. All of a sudden, P Minnick finds himself in the middle of an RCR sandwich, as here comes William Brock now trying to take the top position away from Quentin Moore. McIntire on the inside, Jacob Rose on the outside there of P Minnick as they split the One Main Financial Chevrolet. A Baranauskas there along with Alexander Rowe, and there's the Juniper-sponsored number 19 of Michael Haas this week. As William Brock will lead that lap. Yes, he will. I didn't know if they actually were going to score. That took him a little bit of time to update the scoring monitor there. But he will lead that lap, and now he is out in front. And now RCR 1-2 as A Baranauskas moves into the 2nd position. They are 3 wide back here. I want to look at this 3 wide battle, but we may actually have a battle for the lead. Baranauskas going to step out of line on teammate William Brock, trying to go for the lead. Not going to be able to lead that lap, but will take the top position going into turn number 1. Let's jump back here to where they're 3 wide. That's still P Minnick stuck in that middle line. Seth Bowles made his way around, as is Julio Cesar, and Watson, and here comes the 5 and the 7 teammates out of Junior Motorsports, moving by their teammate P Minnick in the 1. Charlie Buxton in the 7 and Nicholas Romero in the 5. P Paul Minnick is just dropping like a rock. Here comes last week's winner, J Lopes up the inside line. Bringing Chris Dollerton and PJ Williams along with him. A couple of drivers really dropping back right now. Minnick and Rhodes, as well as M McIntire in the 3. Battle for third. Seth Cole going to move to the top position. Backmarker Motorsports representative, and his teammate Benny Watson, the defending champion, now moves into the 4th position. Solid outing for the both of those drivers. Now J Cesar will move into 5th place, and here comes Seth Cole looking for more. Trying to go to the inside of William Brock for the 2nd position. Benny Watson right there with him, following in the tire tracks. As a matter of fact, I'd have to look back at the stats, but I'm almost certain Benny Watson's the defending winner of this race. I think his first win of the season, or first win in his career, I should say, in the Pizza Hut Series, came here last season at this very track in Las Vegas. I'm actually going to take the opportunity to go back and look that up, because I do believe that is actually the case. Right now, though, A Baranauskas out in front, and about 3 more laps, and Baranauskas will be reaping in 10 valuable bonus points as far as winning the first stage of this race. However, you can see they're single file behind her, and that's not exactly a good thing. And that means they're getting a lot of draft, and that's going to allow them to suck up to the back bumper of that Ream Chevrolet very, very quickly. See a couple of names popping up there into the top 10. J Lopes, PJ Williams, and Chris Dollerton. Talk about a driver who really needs a good run. I mean, you think about it, Chris Dollerton last week was the only driver who finished out of the race in that Pizza Hut X Series event at Rio de Janeiro due to a mechanical problem. So, I mean, I tell you what, Chris Dollerton definitely needs to get things turned around, and what better way than with a trip to victory lane here at Las Vegas. Seth Cole, I'll tell you what, I thought maybe those 2nd through 5th would actually reel in Baranauskas, but they actually haven't done a whole lot of that right now. The gap still remaining about 2/10, which kind of surprises me. Now, the only difference I can assume is that this mod runs on the GNS physics. The Hershey's Cup Series, which definitely had a lot of suck-up, runs on CTS physics, and I can only assume it might be a physics issue. Or a difference, not an issue, but a difference in the physics, rather. That's your top 5, you see right there. Jump back here to 6, Charlie Buxton all by his lonesome. And then you got a battle going on here from 7th on back. Williams, Lopes, Quentin Moore. And now Noah Poncer up into the mix along with the 20 car of Christian Merrick Jr. Poncer now going to the inside. Poncer had a solid outing last week at Rio. To build off of that, as a matter of fact, it moved Noah Poncer up in the point standings to 8th in the points and only 53 points out. PJ Williams, another driver, had a good run last week, up to 10th in points. So those 2 rookies trying to build off of that as they are now reeling in Charlie Buxton for that 6th position. Yes, I thought it might be 7th. I was going to say 7th, but it actually is 6th. As Noah Poncer moved by PJ Williams, and now going to go to the inside of Buxton for that spot. While here, though, still single file amongst these drivers, as you saw a while back, the completion of stage 1. A Baranauskas, the winner of that stage, getting 10 valuable bonus points. We are very close to nearing the end of the 2nd stage of this race. I mean, these laps have flown by. Ran green flag in our non-charter Hershey's Cup Series race here yesterday. It's looking like we may do the same here today in the Almond Joy Series race. The only question I have is, when does the fuel window come into play? I mean, it's 41 laps here today. I don't know if these drivers are going to have to pit or not. If they do have to pit during the course of this 41 lap event, if we go green to the end, And that definitely says to me they're going to have to pit in tomorrow's Hershey's Cup Series main event race, which is going to be a total of 54 laps. No, I have not forgotten to look back and find out if this was the track where Benny Watson's first win came at, and that is actually incorrect. It was not. Zachariah Hall actually won this race 1 year ago. Benny Watson did, however, finish in second place. And as I'm looking through here, there are actually only 2 drivers in this field who actually partook in that event and finished top 10. Benny Watson, who finished second. The other driver was actually William Brock, who's running right now in the 5th position. He finished 10th here a year ago. Look at any other drivers that are in this field. You got Jesse Turner, he finished 14th here a year ago. J Cesar finished 15th. Further down the running order, and I don't see really anybody else. Chris Dollerton finished 21st. Joseph Romero was 25th. Seth Cole was 27th. Matthew Daleo 26th. Right now, though, it is Richard Childress Racing, Backmarker Motorsports, and Nemco Motorsports comprising the top 5. Teammates Baranauskas and Brock 1st and 5th. Teammates Cole and Watson 2nd and 3rd, and then Julio Cesar in the 87. Let's jump back here where we're probably going to have better battling going on. Here's the 3rd entry for Backmarker Motorsports. J Gilbert in the number 98. Gilbert right now in the 9th position, so all 3 of the Backmarker Motorsports cars having a really decent run here today. Jesse Turner, the points leader, now making an appearance up inside the top 10 as well. So Turner looking very strong right now, looking to grow the points lead heading into next week. James Richardson in the 6th. Running the different sponsor this week. Running Ford EcoBoost for the first 2 races at Daytona and Rio. Now running Selfco, or Selfeo, I guess that's how it's pronounced, on that Roush Fenway entry. There's the car that went to victory lane 1 year ago. Zachariah Hall put it in victory lane. Carson Gump behind the wheel of the Flex Seal Chevrolet this year out of JD Motorsports, running right behind Jordan Lopez. And last time by, Carson Gump was scored in the 15th position. Carson Gump 6th in the point standings, needing another good run here today and having it at this current point in time. Back up to the front of the field. Still nothing going on as they still continue to chase A Baranauskas, who has won both of the first 2 stages so far today. And now we are into stage 3. There are some cars up ahead they may encounter. That's Alexander Rowe in the 93, Wade Brummer in the 0. There's the pole sitter, Paul Minnick, all the way back here, currently running, I believe, in the 38th position. Tony Green back here, 3rd in the point standings, not having a good run here today. And behind him, the 33 of Colby Jackson. We've seen 2 of his teammates up towards the front. Baranauskas leading the race, Brock running in 5th, but this RCR car not having a good day right now. Currently scored in 37th. Just saw there Wade Brummer and Alexander Rowe. They were entering 1 just as the leader was exiting 4. Those drivers may end up playing a factor here if Baranauskas and company are able to reel them in. But what I'm wondering here, oh, whoa, I was just going to say, they're running single file. I'm wondering if they're trying to save some fuel with running single file so that they can make it to the end. They weren't really racing it up, and all of a sudden Benny Watson says, okay, nope, enough's enough. Steps out of line in his teammate, and he's going to go to the 2nd position. And now they're going to start racing. Julio Cesar now going to the inside. The only thing that makes me wonder if maybe the reason they're racing it up is they want to have themselves in the best position when and if they catch those cars that are on the tail of the lead lap up ahead, the 0 and the 93. Only problem though is they're kind of hurting themselves because they're battling for the second position, and while they're battling for each other, that takes away their focus of trying to run down Baranauskas, who right now is continuing to grow her lead on track. Looks like maybe they'll settle things out now amongst themselves. So after all that, Cesar moves to second, Cole into third. Now the battle is actually on for fourth. William Brock trying to take that from Ben Watson. There's Brummer and Rowe hitting the line, going into one, and yeah, there are going to be about 13 laps remaining in this one. Unless pit stops shake this thing up, Baranauskas is going to catch those two machines, and we could end up having traffic play a huge factor into this. Now the battle on for second again, which I don't understand. Seth Cole and Julio Cesar were actually gaining ground just moments ago on Baranauskas. Last time by was about 3/10. It still stays about 3/10 separation. And now William Brock goes to the bottom. Might not get the spot though. Seth Cole strong on the outside line, and he'll keep second place at least for the moment. Watch how battling for second. Oh, wait a minute. Pit stops. Pit stops going on. Baranauskas is in along with Cole and Brock. And that turns the race lead over to Benny Watson. He led that lap, and now here comes Julio Cesar for the top position. So pit stops are going to be a factor with about 10 laps to go in this one. Now the question is, who's going to have the money stop? Who's got the pit strategy to get things done? And Cesar is in, Watson is in. Look how Watson was able to drive around the outside of Cesar. Came into pit road a lot faster than the 87. That could be a huge factor here. Watson with a much better entry into pit road. Question I have now is, did he get down to pit road speed in time? Had to back out of the throttle a little bit there to allow Lopes exit from pit lane. There's Daniel Voyles leaving pit road. Chris Dollerton. Joshua Osborne, or make that James Qualls rather, in the 27. As we actually did have another driver stay out and lead a lap. And that was Osborne in the 70, who now is coming down pit road. So bonus point for Osborne leading the lap, and now he comes to pit lane to complete his service. There's Baranauskas. Got to see if she's going to cycle back around as the race leader. Just past Julio Cesar. Where is the 8? 8 of Benny Watson. Did he get out in front? No, he didn't. Watson's going to come out in second. So Baranauskas, I believe, is going to cycle back around as the race leader with less than 10 to go after the cycle of pit stops. The question is, though, can Watson run her down? Watson now is in second. Noah Poncer may have jumped up to third after that. Indeed he did. Fourth place now is going to be James Richardson. Fifth, Seth Cole. Sixth, PJ Williams. Seventh is Christian Merrick Jr. Eighth, Julio Cesar. Ninth, William Brock. And J Gilbert right now runs in the 10th position with points leader Jesse Turner in 11th. And Watson's going to actually lose second place to Noah Poncer. Now Baranauskas has about almost a 3-second lead at this point in time over Noah Poncer. But if Poncer and Watson can work together and draft, they might be able to, within the 7.5 laps allotted, catch up to Baranauskas and make this a battle for the win. We'll have to see what the gap is this time by. Are they going to gain anything, or are they going to lose? Big pack here now as Richardson joins the fray, and they lost a little bit. Lost about maybe another 300ths. Poncer, Watson, Richardson, Cole, and Williams now all single file there, second through sixth, and now here comes Richardson to the inside of Watson for the third position. Baranauskas all by her lonesome's got some traffic up ahead in Alexander Rowe and Joshua Osborne. But again, grew her lead by another 10th. Actually, by about another 2 tenths. So Baranauskas, at the moment, everything going right, and Baranauskas may be able to complete a Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3 sweep en route to her first career Pizza Hut X Series win. Uh-oh. Don't look now, though. Wait a minute. They're scoring the whole time. They've been, oh my goodness, wait a minute. They've been scoring Joshua Osborne, the race leader. Osborne got out ahead. Oh my goodness. I thought Baranauskas was the leader, but no. I thought when Osborne came to pit road, he gave up the lead. That is not the case. Osborne still managed to get back out ahead, and Osborne is still the race leader. How in the world he was able to do that, I don't know. But Osborne is the leader of this race with about 3.5 laps to go. This whole time I've been talking about Baranauskas being the leader. No, Baranauskas is actually now dropped from second back to fourth place as Ponce moves by for second. Richardson moves by for third. They're chasing the 70, who has a lap machine of Alexander Rowe between himself and that battle for second. So while I was saying that they were losing ground to Baranauskas, they were actually gaining ground. It was Osborne they were losing ground to. This could be one of the most amazing fuel strategies I've ever seen. Osborne, the rookie out of J Qualls Motorsports, is going to take the 2-to-go signal. I thought that Osborne was just barely on the tail end of the lead lap this whole time. He's been showing the way. Osborne, who did not finish all that well last week at Rio de Janeiro after getting involved with a wreck, comes into this race 41st in the point standings. Talk about a driver who needs a shot in the arm of confidence. White flag displayed for Joshua Osborne. I'm in shock. I thought that Baranauskas was still the leader, and it was Osborne the whole time who was able to get in, get out with the lead, and we hadn't even talked about him all day. Out of 4, how about Joshua Osborne? Pizza Hut X Series career win #1 comes here today at Las Vegas. What an underdog story here today at this track. Unbelievable. It's looking like it was Baranauskas' race to lose. Osborne, boy. I mean, he even took me by surprise. The whole time I'm talking about Baranauskas out in front, and there's Osborne leading the race, logging laps. Unbelievable job there by Joshua Osborne, picking up his first win of the season. First career win in the Pizza Hut X Series. Comes the third different driver to win here today as well, or win this season, I should say. So Osborne, 41st in the point standings. How ironic. 41st in the point standings, 41 laps here today. Coincidence? I think not. He'll take the win. Boy, this will shoot him up in the point standings. Baranauskas, who came in 38th in points. Another solid outing here today for her, even though she wasn't able to win, still second place. Noah Poncer, it's going to come away with third. Seth Cole in fourth. J Richardson will get fifth. Benny Watson must love this track. Second race, second top 10. He'll get sixth. P.J. Williams in seventh. Jesse Turner, the points leader, will finish in eighth. So Turner will more than likely continue to grow his points lead. Julio Cesar will get ninth. And William Brock will finish out the day in the top 10. I take a look here at a number of names. Take a look at some of these drivers. William Brock, 37th in points. Julio Cesar, 36th in points. Baranauskas, we already mentioned, 38th in points. And Osborne, the winner, 41st in the standings. Talk about drivers that needed good runs today. They got them here at Las Vegas. As we go on down, only one driver finished this race a lap down. That was Alexander Rowe, who is just behind the race winner, Joshua Osborne. Chris Dollerton, boy, that team cannot buy a break. He'll finish 39th. And how about Osborne's teammate, J Qualls, the owner of that team? 36th here today. So while one driver out of J Qualls Motorsports did well, the other driver did not do so well. And there's a number of drivers down here that were running really well in the point standings that are going to take a hit in the points as well. You got Paul Minnick there in the 30th position. James Shelley, 31st. And Tony Green finishing in 32nd. Those drivers are going to take some pretty hard licks in the point standings after today's race. But the end result is Joshua Osborne, on some amazing fuel strategy and some amazing pit strategy late, picking up the win here today at Las Vegas. If you enjoyed today's race, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. We've shown you full vision results. Here are your point standings as we will see you guys next week. We cap things off here with the run of the Cobalt Tools 400. The Hershey's Cup Series main event race will be taking place here tomorrow. As you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.